In there. If you're Wisconsin, keep attacking that rim.
Great hook pass. The extra pass was too much. And a Grizzly turnover. Blackwell leaves it up and under for McGee.
Now, and they haven't been able to shut down the Wisconsin offense. As you see, Wisconsin shooting 54% from the field. That's sizzling.
Backdoor cut. McGee lays it in.
That shooting percentage is going up after that.
Did that, of course, yesterday against Oregon. Hit some big shots there in that second half to help secure the
Nice cut. Backdoor and the finish for McGee. Set up.
They look for another one. Why not? McGee. Yeah! He's got.
Should send a notice to everybody else in the conference.
Blackwell running it. McGee inside for two more. The floor played Northwestern yesterday, and it makes you wonder. It all sounds well and good, but you're playing an extra game. Will you have the legs? An emphatic yes. For 18 threes. Two regular season teams that won it. They go to the Sweet 16 twice. So the point is that there is some stiff competition for Greg Gard's best team.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
we're a long way from that. But
yeah,
you see the ceiling on this group. There is the
nucleus together for years.
Blackwell in and out. Gilmore the board, and he'll pull it back out.
Watch Blackwell in this situation.
Gets it back. Extra pass to the corner. McGee knocks it in.
Hunger's a big in his dot mind shooting that outside jumper.
McGee breaks out into Sheravito, and he scores. First game we've had, I don't know, 15 fast break points today.
Yeah.
Games 1 and 2.
Yep. If that. Hasn't been much in that regard, but Wisconsin looks like they're getting on track.
Yeah, they are. McGee.
Nice block by Dillion. And right back to Blackwell, 5 to shoot. He misses his first shot. Tipped out to McGee for a new 20 seconds. Expect more of that from Blackwell. He shot 40 times the last 2 games. Easily the most aggressive when it comes to shooting. 2-game run of his season. McGee on senior. Revisit that. Yep. Michigan State might have something to say about that. Purdue, Illinois, Maryland, another turnover. Jack Janicki up ahead to Tanjay. Their leading scorer has not been a part of the scoring barrage. Gilmore kicks it out. McGee's got 2 threes. Ends a run there. Was an 11-0 run. But back to the assists for the Badgers, Jess. 5 assists on their 6 buckets. That's pretty good ratio.
Yeah, and it's so scary, right? Because the 7-footers can pass it just as well as the guards.
McGee, nice spin. Whoa. He's got a couple. Penn State's missed a couple of threes now after making 4 of their first 5. McGee's minutes have gone way up with Max Klesman out of the lineup. Been over 30 each of the last 2 games. That hasn't happened all season. Quick first step, got him there, and the finish with a left hand.
Badgers crowd won't get a better look than that. He missed it.
Watch behind.
McGee,
nice play, McGee.
Picks Holloman's pocket.
Generally in 5-minute close games, 5 minutes or less, you don't see a pace like this.
Boy, what a sequence.
Kamari. Now he is on the other side. Just a giveaway. Makai Mason lost it. McGee showing the speed to the rim. You kidding me? On my couch. Nobody can disturb me. Phone on Do Not Disturb. Hot pretzel. I'll get it flown in.
What's your choice of snack?
Peanut butter filled pretzel, actually.
Peanut butter filled pretzel.
Yeah.
Good God.
You're out on that?
The works.
Oh, come on.
I'm a simple man.
What are you going with?
Late night. I'm an ice cream guy.
Beautiful dime. Osibor finds the cutting Harris.
Washington just hanging around.
Oh, Kamari McGee. Iannacho's going to have to make it happen. Brodbach just gets it off in time. Short.
There's that little slingshot. He puts it right over his shoulder. Looks good.
You played with a guy who had a slingshot. Nikola Jokic, I feel like. That thing
He does. It's a little ratchet.
It is, and it goes in way too much. McGee turns the corner for 2.
Back in history, at the last time a Big Ten team won it, that was Michigan State. They fit all 4 criteria.
Interestingly, of course, Maryland won it in 2002, but they were part of the ACC at that point in time. Well, certainly the Badgers check 3 of those 4 boxes. They can fill it up from deep, and they're showcasing it again. This Wisconsin team, look, Tanjay is a bucket getter.
Yes, he is.
So regardless of where he goes professionally after this, he can get buckets for this Badger team. And right now, McGee gets buckets.
Yep. And I just coming in the game and having the impact on this one. Former top 30 in high school.
Yeah, he was another highly talented recruit. How about the blow-by McGee? It's a tough night. 3 from the wing, Tanjay. And it bounced out. Another offensive rebound for the Badgers.
That's another one of those long rebounds that Illinois just has to come up with. It's 11 offensive rebounds now for Wisconsin.
How about that finish? Kamari, McGee.
Both have been coaches throughout their lives, and you could see it rub off on Braden's play and his IQ. 2 misses there by Kaufman-Wren, so an empty trip.
You see the speed to get down. They got plenty of time to run their action. They have guarded Tanjay beautifully.
No field goals for over 3 minutes of game action. McGee, the teardrop goes.
No, one of the few
Tied at 51. Just amazing, considering your top 2 guns are not firing and one's out for the year.
Gotta get it across, and they just do. McGee tips it to himself, gets it back, fires, and fills it up. Bryce Sanford drives on Blackwell. He misses it, collides with his brother. And no whistle comes. Tanjay into the front court, under a minute to play in a 9-point game. Klesmit, Blackwell, all getting a touch. Trap comes, bounce it for McGee. Gets out of the corner. Knocked away by Sanford. Klesmit has it. 6 to shoot. Bounce it for McGee. Drive, float, bottom.
Basketball. But you look at the way this team plays, the ball screen continuity. We saw Wisconsin for so many years with the swing, certainly with pace. This is a different Wisconsin team than what your father saw.
McGee. Science. Oh, well, Gilly James, man. Come on. Gilly James. Blackwell trying to show off the athleticism, couldn't finish. McGee drills it.
That means get Renew back healthy. You have to get Ballo to play better than we saw tonight. But it seems like Mike Woodson has been pretty committed to playing these 2 bigs and doing that a lot of the time. In these last couple games, we've seen them play with just Ballo or just Renew.
The net rating with 1 big at a time has been far better than with both of them over the course of the season. They've been outscoring opponents by about 3 to 4 possessions.
Never thought about that combo before, but maybe he's onto something. Martinelli around the 10 and off.
Well, Kamari McGee did an outstanding job.
Oh, he got that to drop. He was
no chance. But he worked on it this summer. He got rid of that hitch. And he's starting to play some of his best basketball. 3 of the last 4 games in double figures, averaging 18 and 11. I mean, you're talking about a career before this year, 58% free throw shooter. Maryland trying to heat this ball up and make Wisconsin uncomfortable, push that offense out. It's been hard to get this thing into the scoring area.
Kamari McGee, one of the best off the bench in the conference. He's got it in the corner and an open look at 3.
Kamari Center out of the timeout. They go to ISO Deshaun Harris-Smith, and he gets a pretty good look, but just short arms that layup. Kind of surprising to see them go to him in an ISO, though, out of a break.
Lesman with a nice find and
to get on the board.
Picked up on a switch by Crowell. He'll shoot over the big man. That 3 rebounded by McGee.
I didn't like that decision. Got Crowell on an island. Try to beat him off the bounce first.
McGee working against his former teammate Connor Esijan. The jump inside to Gilmore. McGee, the open man in the corner. There's a 3.
Tanjay saw a pick 6 in his future there.
Here's Gary driving on Tanjay. Can't get the kind roll. Crowell cleans it up.
It's a good shot by Gary. High quality look, just didn't drop.
Badgers by 10. They led by 17 to start this game. A 19-2 burst from the tip. Sanjay needs some help. Extra pass to McGee, and that three drops once more for the three for Asijan. Got a good look, just couldn't get that one to fall.
John Blackwell is a superb box out of Raleigh Wooster on the backside.
McGee, a glimmer down the baseline, and he goes right to left for two. Nebraska has scored only 7 points in this second half, and Buchtengel's three is off. Huskers are 3 of 16 from the floor this half.
And they just seem like they're playing from behind, Kevin, in terms of step slow on everything.
Remember, Wisconsin had some moments near the end of the first half. The Badgers looked like they could spread this out a little bit. They had a 9-point lead in the final 30 seconds of the first half. But here we are, under 12 to go. And McGee.
Tough shot. That's what he does. Made some threes against Iowa. That's an emerging aspect for him. They need more of that. Generating offense on the drive.
Wisconsin led by as many as 15 in this first half. They're still shooting at over 56%, and that number. Yates trying to do his quad impression. Tough shot. And it's tracked down by McGee.
I just think I understand what they're trying to do with the athletes that they have, but once you defenders just bounce off of him, easy free throw line jumper.
And Wisconsin did it so much from 3 in the first half. They have been living in the paint for their baskets here in the second. Blackwell back in there. Extra pass, McGee cashes in the three.
Curl into the paint area, but outside of that, they haven't had much at the rim.
Wisconsin has been winning in a different way here, shooting the three, on track to attempt more, make more than at any time since the three-point line came in back early in your career, 1986 and 87. But tonight they've been working it inside. Made 4 out of 6 from inside the arc.
Taking what the defense is giving them.
McGee picking up where he left off. Second half started. Mobley hit a three. That's from way out. And that goes in and out.
They look improbable when they leave his hands, but he's such a good shooter with so much confidence. That thing almost dropped.
Carter Gilmore had a nice little stretch there of offense and defense in the first half. McGee knocks down a double figures in the second half alone. And Wisconsin's lead is only 5. Inside, well, that is pretty by McGee.
See, I know the viewers, Chris, thought we were embellishing a little bit. This is a rivalry game in conference play. Don't look at the record. Just look at what's on the court right now. These guys are ready to play tonight.
Here's Kamari McGee for 3, and that gets the crowd involved. He rips the ball away from Sanjay after the miss and feeds Patterson, who misses the 3. Sanjay for McGee, blocked by Mitchell, but that's a goaltender. Dawson Garcia's been a little quiet as of late, still leading Minnesota with 18 points on the night. Only Gopher in double figures, as a matter of fact.
Defensively, the Badgers have been stellar here, especially in the second half. Just kind of cutting off the water of the Gophers.
Four on the shot clock for McGee. And it goes. Guess what state he's from? Minnesota. Amos misses. Great rebound by Winter. Kamari McGee for 3.
Do probably as much as he would like from a support standpoint, but you can see he can shoot that thing.
He started the first 10 games of the season for head coach Ben Johnson, has shifted to a bench role as of late.
After slow offensive first half. It looks like Wisconsin.
That's where they've been missing. I think guys who can convert deep shots at critical times.
They have been struggling with his stroke. 1 for his last 8 coming in today.
Yeah, 6 made out of 25.
2 for 2 on the evening.
7th down, excuse me.
McGee, the crossover, the fadeaway. Got it. Pretty stroke for by as much as 16. Steve Pico wants them all on their feet. McGee checks the clock. Gotta go. McGee fades away and hits at the buzzer. And Wisconsin.
Fadeaway he made.
Bailey, 3 for 15 from the field, 1 for 5 from deep. The freshman. Gilmore had Bailey up in the air. Enter the crowd. Nice cut. Beautiful play. McGee on the finish season. Here's Josh Dix.
It's the guy we talked about earlier that Iowa needed to get going, especially with Peyton Sanford on the bench with 3 fouls. But it's not about getting makes right now alone. You've got to get some stops.
McGee steps into a 3.
And or zone there, and that indecision created that wide open look.
Quick shot, short, fell well. So Wisconsin paying off the indecision from Iowa this last time down. Gets set this time. Felt Blackwell attacks. 1 more. Same spot. Another 3. Bryce Sanford got a 3.
Now can they get back-to-back stops?
Blackwell splits it. Driving kick. That's been the money spot. McGee got a 3rd of the night.
The open shooter by Wisconsin.
Every guard wants to be a big. That's what Brock Harding was trying to show right there.
Well, these days, all the bigs are guards, right. It seems like.
That's reversed for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, like here, you got 2 7-footers for Wisconsin out playing on the perimeter. Right? Oh, I didn't know McGee could hit from anywhere other.
With those 4 assists, McGee, another steal. McGee's going to go to the rim, and he'll try and.
Happy out top. Telford for 3. Nice hold early on for the Bulldogs. Klesman nearly had it knocked away. The quarter 3 for McGee. Kamari McGee getting the rebound, and his teammate Klesman getting the worst of it. Here's Blackwell. A quiet day for him. Shot clock at 10. McGee navigates. Now Gilmore. Shot clock at 5. McGee over the outstretched.
Out of the timeout. Lob it in for Tanjay. Working on White. Back down. Spin.
Look at what White pushed him out to, though. Tanjay's so physical. That was really good defense.
Off catch by Gilmore. 10 to shoot now for McGee. Snakes off the screen. Drives inside. And a tough bucket inside for 2. White. 2 for 2. Ivisic and Yakuchonis, the 5 for Illinois. 25 seconds remaining here. 6-point ball game. McGee drives. McGee finishes inside hand.
Block that shot.
7 points for Gale so far, but he gets his team back up by 2. Janicki swinging. Klesman 1 for 7 from 3 so far tonight. Hand it. Tanjay. Pump. Matchup zone look again for Michigan. Klesman thought about it. Bounce it inside for McGee, and he got it to go. The foul.
Again, just outletting that thing and going right back at you.
That felt like a 3-man weave in a game.
Really, really fast.
Around. McGee, no hesitation.
Legacy of hardwood icons who have visited the Greenbrier, primarily for golf, but you can go down the line of guys, Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan and Shaq and so many who have had spent their time here. The Pelicans, well, I guess it was the Hornets at the time, but the Pelicans had training camp here about 8 years ago. Klesmit, meanwhile, backdoor for McGee, and he banked it home. What a finishing. Leggett navigating. Austin given space to fire. And McGee is everywhere right now for Wisconsin.
He's the Energizer Bunny for this team as he takes it here all the way down the rack and finishes with the left.
What do you know? We're tied again. Back and forth we go at the Greenbrier tip-off title game. Who wants it more? Pair of 6-0 squads dueling it out. Klesmit against the zone like a pit. It's Crowell posting on Corin. Double comes. Klesmit run off the arc. McGee, three. You bet. The double. Tanjay out top. Blackwell tries a three. Long rebound, Kamari and McGee. Who else? And a fresh 20 for Wisconsin. Tanjay. They hedge out top. Ball deflected by Austin. Crowell kicks. Extra pass. McGee. Yes, sir. You saw him a bit in the A-10. He's got a nice touch.
Saw him a lot in the A-10. Thought this would be a good pickup for UCF. Hasn't really gotten to the flow yet this season, but still early. He brings a lot to the table.
Speaking of bringing something
on the rhythm.
Benny Williams, the Syracuse transfer. Nowhere to go. Knocked away by McGee. On the run for Wisconsin. And it's a blocking foul. They'll foot in preseason. Just wasn't quite right. Played 8 games, shut it down. We asked Greg Gard about it. He said, yeah, we just went back and watched his Colorado State footage. We didn't need to see him last year. We knew what he was capable of. And he's showing it.
Coach Gard gave Nico Medved a lot of credit, too, the head coach of Colorado State, just for his development and the job he did coaching him and the offense that Nico runs at Colorado State.
They got to go. McGee hoists and hits. Two with just an extremely high ceiling as Hall leaves the 3-ball short and Tanjay rebounds. So Tanjay's got 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Navigates the screen for Gilmore. And for anyone who was thinking, well, Tanjay's not looking to make plays for others, he's done that a lot today. Gilmore passed up an open look. Got a better one for McGee, who pays it off for 3. Back to Taco Fall and the career he put together. We mentioned Darius Johnson off the top. 1,000-point scorer as of Tuesday. Last one who reached that 1,000-point plateau was Taco Fall. He was probably one of the most fun players ever to watch in college basketball.
At that point in time, Donnie Jones, who is now the head coach at Stetson University, was the head coach at UCF, bringing Taco Fall in there. Donnie Jones took Stetson to their first ever NCAA tournament last year.
He did. Gilmore tripped. McGee's got to go with one, and he lays it in.
One of those players that, as a head coach, you love to have on your squad. You know what you're getting each and every night. Like you mentioned there, if he gets a couple more looks, he's good from long range.
McGee for 3.
And Krivas needs a left hand, but if you keep shooting with his right like that, oh man, that's a tough move along the baseline.
Can they find the hot hand again here? McGee will step back. Oh, drills the 3.
Would have been a great momentum builder for App State.
The Badgers have been holding strong defensively. App State hasn't scored in the last 3 minutes. And they take advantage like they did against Holy Cross, where they were down 16 early in that one. Blackwell on the other side, kicks to McGee. McGee pulls up from the elbow, knocks it down. And Kamari's so quick. McGee. Tate back out to Beaubrun. He's got an open look to end the drought. No, long. It's been over 9 minutes since App State has even scored.
Yeah, I would just
recommend. Now McGee at the rim, easy lay for 2 on the
foot speed side, which means your rotations have to be almost perfect, and they just weren't in that Holy Cross game. That starting lineup did a much better job early on today at getting out to shooters, and it's evident on the scoreboard.
That's Kamari Gee, who had it momentarily. Fan favorite for this team. Played some crucial minutes for them last year when Hepburn was out, and McGee.
Very, very similar game from each team, and That's why it's this close.
You got to give a ton of credit to Montana State. Going on the road here in Madison, making this an awful close one so far. Right on there.
We just saw it on that last possession, able to get to the rim, and it's just about hitting those first two. When he hits his first two shots, two of his first three, and gets in the heads of the defenders, he's really dangerous.
That was Bryce Zephyr dinged up for the previous foul. Wow, Kamari.
It's going to be a tough shot to take over of a 7-footer. I mean, little floater is all you can really do there. Finish first before you immediately put the ball on the floor.
Wisconsin will inbound. Their defense has locked in here in the second half. Just 19 points. McGee stays.
Wiseman back out to Tanjay. Pulls it down, puts it on the floor. Tanjay through contact off the rim. No good. Loose ball. Rebounded by McGee. Contact again off glass and bit of space. Green step back three, closeout from Amos. Affected that shot, and Crowell got the rebound. McGee in the corner, open look, bang!